I don't have OCD because what you call OCD, what I think you're seeing in me that you think is OCD is just, yes, I am very organized and particular about how my things are. That part I don't deny. I want all my spices, ingredients, like the label facing forward. I want all my the pumps on my shower thing facing in one direction. Like, things like that. If I have my shoes lined up, it has to be by color. My clothes are by color.
Hey, you. Okay.
It's visually pleasing.
When you do laundry, how do you separate the clothes?
What do you mean? How do I stick to the clothes? I wash colors, darks, and whites. Like everybody else.
No. Everybody else here. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so how do you wash your clothes?
I do the same.
Same thing. Colors, darks, and whites.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you separate colors and dark? Is that not?
Because why would you put color? Why would you? Well, no.
Because sometimes darks bleed, and you don't want it to bleed to your colors.
Okay.
And then when you're washing, you wash the colors first before you wash the blacks.
So let's say, for example, somebody was in your house, right? And they were drinking tea, for example.
Mm.
And you gave in a tea tray, the little one that you put the cup on.
The saucer.
The coaster?
Yeah. And then you put the spoon there. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the schematics. We'll come back to it later. You put the spoon there, right? So let's say, for example, they take the spoon and they put on the table and then they hold it like that. What would you do?
Why would you put it on the table? Are you
put it on the coaster? You don't put it on the table. You put it on the coaster.
See, that's the OCD in you.
It's not.
It's not. I just don't want. I don't want tea on my table. Why you just don't put it, or take a napkin and put it on there?
I don't understand.
And I put it down. There's nothing on it. So you're saying my saliva cannot be on your table?
No, it can't.
Why? There's only one place saliva is allowed, outside of your mouth, and it's not on the table.
Where? Where is it allowed?
Oh.
And is it before the brushing or after the brushing? Which one?
It don't matter. Okay. But listen, let me tell you something. What you're trying to say, I feel like a broken record. I come again. Contrary to popular belief. See, that's not what OCD is. OCD is people who have compulsive behaviors, right? Where it's repetitive, it's reoccurring. Where if you feel like if you don't do it, you don't feel safe. That's what OCD is. So people wanting to color coordinate and wanting their house, that shit ain't OCD.
So if it's
sorry, go ahead.
If you come home, right? And you put that color, thing to the side. When you wash it, you go insert right back where you took it. What is that?
Right back.
What is that?
Right back there.
What is that? That's you just being organized, right?
Yes, it's being organized. And let me tell you the difference. If it is not, it's not because I would feel unsafe. That's why I do it. I just do it because it's visually pleasing. And when you have say like, for example, like workout wear, when you wash, the ones that you wash, you go and you put it at the bottom, so you wear the fresh ones. That's how you recycle. All those things, this is just organization. OCD is something like people who, if you knock, maybe you have to knock 3 times. If not, they feel you have those people who are super superstitious. Yeah. Where if I step outside my house and I want to go down the stairs, if I don't go 3 times, for example, they will not be able to do it. Those kind of things, they're like, people look at it like weird behavior. It just comes like an urge that they have to perform, otherwise they don't feel safe and they feel threatened. That's what OCD is. They cannot control it.
Let's do this, right? For you, right? Do you always feel the need for symmetry and order in your world?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, like, are you always like repeatedly like checking for locks, making sure things are locked or things are in their proper position?
Why are you bringing my business?
But that's not OCD though.
I am reading from, I had to go see my friend Chat GPT and ask him a few questions, and I'm asking a key some key observations. So
but that's not OCD because I do that.
Yeah,
though.
let's answer. Yes, I double check my locks. Yes.
Let's tick some boxes real quick.
Yes.
Wait. Are you persistently concerned about like germs or contaminations and things like that? Look at you, you're spinning your eyes like this because it's the same thing. All of these questions make you OCD. Please.
Yes, I am.
OCD.
I don't know why people are using the same knife you use to cut your meat, to cut your vegetable. It don't make no sense to me.
See?
Why are you using the same barbecue brush for everything?
I mean, I don't think that's OCD because I do the same thing too.
That don't make no sense to me. I've been watching people's cooking video. The same thing. They will be making meat here. They come here and slice vegetable. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not eating. Like, why is your vegetable touching raw meat? It's just a thing. I label my brushes. There's one for pastry, there's one for fish, there's one for meat. They don't mix. When you use meat or anything, protein, you wipe, you sanitize, you wipe it down before you start cutting your vegetable. It's just simple cooking.
I think it's just organization because I do the same thing. Well, like if I make a sandwich, right? If I make a sandwich and I use a knife for like mayo, I don't know. It's just me. I don't use the same knife that I use the mayo. I just get another knife. I don't know why.
Oh, you touch the one you have before you put it into something. Yeah. It's just that simple. I don't understand.
AK says we have OCD, so we'll let him have it.
See, and then compulsive OCD are people who with excessive hand wash, like Tutu, repeated, checking for things again, following strict ritual rules, like what you mentioned, counting or touching objects repeatedly, seeking. Things like that. Like
so. Oh wait, now this is my one test. Am I the only one who wipes, like, as soon as you get into the house, you have to wash your hands?
No, that's me.
You come from outside, you enter the house.
As long as I'm outside.
And you start doing things.
No, that's normal hygiene.
Okay. My next question. Is your phone on your bed? Like maybe you could be watching TV or chilling. You put your phone on the bed.
No, it's on the nightstand.
No, not like so.
Mine is on the bed sometimes.
Does your phone touch your bed?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you ever wipe? So you come here with your phone from outside. You don't wipe it.
No,
I'll wipe it.
You dip it in. Okay. You first one of those that you dip it in and it goes.
So are you trying to say that you have OCD too?
I mean, there's a little bit of it.
AK just do all this because he tries to sit here and say he got ADHD.
Do you sit on the bed with clothes from outside?
Hell no. First of all, you can't even make it past the door with your house.
Say you come back from work and maybe you want to do something, you sit on the bed too.
I'm doing that every now and then.
Yeah, that's a negative.
I've actually gone to the club, come back, and I'm like, can't even think, and I wake up with my clothes, in bed. So,
okay. I mean,
AK.
Yeah, literally, I just go take off my shoes and just in bed, man.
So the shoes make it to the room. That's even worse.
Yeah, I wake up and I see everything right there because, I've been two-turned, but this is like the old me though. Been two-turned.
I don't care how drunk I am. I will leave that shoe outside before I bring it inside the house.
Shoes don't make it past the front door for me.
You guys are better.
In the bathroom is where I will remove the clothes on the floor. I will leave it now.
I'm telling you that but one thing that I only have the one only thing I have on my mind is bed, sleep. Everything else, it's secondary, man. So I could care less.
Then when you wake up, do you still sleep in the same sheets the next day?
You have to discard of them now.
Okay, if you change it, that's fine.
You have to discard of them. Yeah.
It's not OCD. I mean,
it's hygiene. Because my bedroom slippers don't even make it inside my bedroom. When my bedroom slippers, I always take my bedroom slippers off before I get into my room.
Come again?
Even though I'm in my house. My bedroom my slippers, right, that I walk around in that house with, I don't put it inside. Like, I don't walk on the carpet in my room. I take my slippers
pick
off.
Up some things, especially
I take
in
my
the
slippers
kitchen.
off before I go into my bedroom. Like my slippers never make it into my bedroom. Yeah.
You refuse that out of OCD. Okay.
It's not OCD. It's just cleanliness. Like I just
saying.
no.
Okay, no problem. Yes, cleanliness. After all, I applaud you guys because cleanliness is next to godliness. So,
amen.
Yes, I beg. T, carry us with icebreaker. Let's go.
One sentence that will cause a fight.
Not by popular belief, or not popular belief, rather. I still think that there's a big divide between African and African Americans. We're just two different people. Yeah, we might have the intersection like sets, but when it really comes down to it, we think different, we act different, we feel different, and I think it should be two different cultures that we should study and find ways to fuse them. So
is that supposed to start the fight?
I mean, I think that alone will forever be a big one. Like Black Americans are not Africans. That's what you're saying, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
You want them to go ahead and start commenting in the TikTok comments again, eh?
No, we
you want them to go ahead and be starting drama. All right. The last time I had to go and take screenshots of people that was talking about it.
Okay. I have another one. It's very ironic that, so many things, have happened in such less time, and people did not have any opinions or did not have so strong opinions that will cause them to stop talking to another person. But it took for Trump to win the elections for people to stop talking to other people and creating fights left, right, and center. That's foolishness. Y'all should stop that.
Whoa, hold on. I feel personally attacked. Is this a suspect challenge again? Because
no.
It might as well be.
No, because if you check social media on Thanksgiving, there was a lot of fights because of political arguments. And that should be a no-no. It's a day of Thanksgiving. How can we be fighting? Hey, guys, please, we should do better next time.
Oh, suspect is upset.
You asked me. Okay, what's your
Oh, okay. A sentence that will get me mad. The quickest way to start a fight is if somebody comes and is like, I don't know why y'all did this. Oh, don't include me in y'all because y'all is not me. So if you're going to address somebody, address the person that did it, but don't say y'all because y'all will slap you. Don't do that. Do not.
Actually, when somebody say y'all, I always just stand and wait for them to finish their sentence. Like, I always just wait. I'm like, are you going to finish what y'all did? Like, come on. Because sometimes I don't even know what really happened, and I just be nosy to really know what happened. So before it goes down, can somebody please explain to me what is about to go down so that I should know what's going down? And then, so
as soon as I hear the word y'all, I'm looking at you to finish that statement. Like it's like who is y'all? Because it's not me that you're including in that. That's one way to start a fight.
If you're worried, huh? If you're not guilty, why are you worried?
Because I have nothing to do with this, so why put me in it? So next, like I said, address the proper person that you are trying to address the situation to. Don't put Tutu in it because Tutu had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. This happened recently? Last question. I'm not curious. Okay. Just checking because you sound like you went and remove this one for somebody. Okay, so
you feel some type of way today?
No, I'm just asking now.
And I felt like the last thing you said was kind of directed towards me, so that's why I was asking. What's another sentence that will start a fight?
Oh, I got one.
Go ahead.
If like women, when some of their nets be like hanging outside, you know what I'm saying, and then you'd be like, you just look at you, and then she sees you with a puzzled look, but looking at her. And then your eyes are like tilted up, but you cannot say. And then you just be like, yeah, and then leave it at that. Yeah, that would definitely start something.
So basically you're saying why your wig look like that?
Man, wait, but seriously though, you know what I'm talking about. You see some of your friends, man. It's like catching fish, and then they just the thing back up.
Please go, because I can't laugh. I need to blow my nose.
This man is using this opportunity to address.
Please, what is happening?
What the
no.
No. Okay, let me be serious. See, what's your one?
Your penis is small.
Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wait, how did you see it?
No, I don't mean you. It's
no, I'm saying like in general, right? So if you tell somebody that, because of me, I'll be like, how do you know?
Because there's no print.
What y'all talk about? Wait, I didn't hear it.
Where did this one come from?
I didn't hear. Sorry, I was blowing my nose. I didn't hear. Sorry.
She said you have small prick. So I said, because you have not seen it. So how you know? She said, because there's no print.
Usually when you hit them with that, they don't even start coming quick. They just start getting defensive and mad.
So no, I mean, why you get defensive and mad? Okay, what if I respond saying, I'm a grower, not a shower?
That's what they all say. That's what the shrimp said.
You guys are true. Ouch. I still feel that about esophagus. This is what the next one.
Men with disgracing.
No, that's common. It doesn't even.
Why is it common? It's my sentence.
It doesn't even catch water anymore. We already know that. We breathe with disgrace. We job with disgrace. Anything with disgrace. Give the next one.
African mothers are manipulative. There, I said it.
I think they'll agree with you.
Call the family meeting and put me in it.
Wait, whose family meeting?
I don't know. Whatever family meeting.
Okay.
That the mother feels attacked.
That's true. I agree with that one. I agree. Damn.
If you have no nipples, put your hands up.
If you have what?
No nipples. I mean, not like you, but I'm just saying in a group, in a room full of like, women just like, yeah, I have no nipples.
I mean, I have, so I could not put my hands off.
But there was always somebody with no nipples.
I mean, how you know?
He didn't lie though, because I know somebody with
how
that
don't I know is the question.
I understand that, but how you know the person don't have?
Because I've been attacked for making such a statement.
Because you probably dealt with somebody that has no nipples.
No, I just said it, and they really got offended. And then,
why would you say it?
And then at the end, I was like, wait, you really don't have it? Now I have to see. Then I seen, I was like, wow, you really don't have it. And then I started laughing, which was really bad because they really got offended again. And then
you body shamed somebody.
And I was upset that I made them mad, but yeah, they were already mad. So
how did that just randomly just come to your head that let me just ask if you don't have any nipples?
Well,
have you seen who you're talking to?
Backstory.
I mean,
and sometimes most times when you see a woman who wears, or something without bra, like sometimes if they have not put something there, it shows. Right? It comes like it prints on your thing. But hers did not look like they put a band-aid inside or anything like that. But yet there was no print. So, instead of me asking directly,
you were really looking.
Yes, because my mind was racing. So because I couldn't figure it out, I created I said, okay, if you have no nipples, put your hands up. Shorty got really offended.
That is,
booyah!
You need to get beat up for that. If I was there, you would get beat up. Because why?
She's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, I guess. How would it come out? Like a tortoise head?
You find out.
It shouldn't even have came out in the first place.
Oh, yeah. And then you know what's crazy? This was the crazy part of that. Was one side had a piercing on it.
So where they put the piercing at?
You see, that's what I was trying to see.
Her areola.
It was like tucked in, like.
How did you even see all of this? Like, I'm confused. Like, she just
I asked to see.
Voluntarily just said, "Let me."
Yeah, and then she showed it. I asked to see. So I was like, "Can we see?" And because it was a house party.
And she showed y'all.
Yes.
Maybe the nipples are just shy.
Whichever one. All I know is we learned something that day. That
I bet after she showed it, somebody wanted her number. Because you men are freaky like that. That somebody will want to go and try.
Yeah, I mean.
Just so they can say that they've been with somebody with no nipples.
Yeah, like a midget, right?
I see where this episode is going. This has taken a turn for the worse. Oh my God.
I will not be a part of this conversation.
Oh my God. I chose the wrong day to hop on this episode. I knew I should have stayed off today. Please, Lil, you guys don't attack us. Attack AK.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hear me out real quick. Okay. Hear me out real quick, please.
We listen and we don't judge. Not too much of the midget.
Don't judge. You listen, don't judge. But try this. This is a true question. Okay, like for example, some men might have a fantasy of sleeping with a midget because it's like, I mean, why not? You as women, do you guys fantasize about the same thing as a midget man?
The same thing as a man?
No, so like you as a woman, do you fantasize? Like, have you ever thought about like what would it be like to actually sleep with a midget, like the man midget?
No.
We listen and we don't judge. I've kissed a midget.
How short was this person? Did you put them on a table, on a chair?
Like a legit one?
Did you kneel down? Were you drunk? Were you sober? I have so many questions.
Yeah, I'm
like 3, 4.
Okay. Yeah.
We listen and we don't judge.
We're not judging. We're just questioning. Okay. We're just questioning. Wait, were you for real though? Or you're just playing? Were you for real? No, seriously, man. Stop laughing. Why you laughing? Please now. I'm not judging, man. Questions.
You're judging. You're judging. This is not a safe space.
I'm actually
my bad. We listen, we don't judge.
My curiosity. Oh, okay, fine.
Were you sober?
Yeah.
Like, did you want pleasure from it? Like, come on.
No.
So
what just wanted to do it?
Yeah. Thought he needed some love in his life.
Okay. So was it like, or is it like?
No, it was a quick peck. I picked him up and put. Oh, Judge, we listen. We listen. I'm crying. We listen and we don't judge.
We're not judging. We're just reacting.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. See why I asked my question? Now, none of you would have known that thing. Some of you women, if any of you women have actually, man, if you ever slept with a midget, you're not shy to say, please comment in the bottom and tell us how that she was, man.
I'm screaming.
Please, they call them now. They call them now little people, not midgets.
Oh yeah, little people. Yeah.
That's the term now. It's little people.
Little people. My bad.
I picked them up.
My bad. Little people.
And you know how you kind of put a baby on your side.
You're wrong.
And then I put him on like the little island because we're at a house gathering, and just. Yeah.
How old were you?
Like 26.
So would you do it now?
Yes, she had to think too long. She will.
Yeah.
You guys actually saying that you don't have fantasies of actually sleeping with a midget?
No.
To people?
Never had a fantasy. Never slept. Let me put that disclaimer. Never did anything. Just I heard little people they can do things.
What did you hear that they can do?
Like their sex game is actually really good.
Like the men or the women?
Like both genders. Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Please, again, like for those who have tried it, done it, please comment again at the bottom. Let us know. I'm curious. Feed my
curiosity. The things that are going through my head, I cannot say them in public because.
Also, I read that people that are like paralyzed, like the men, they have really good, like their sex game is really, really good. I would have never thought because I didn't know how that was, But yeah.
Okay, hear me out. If they are paralyzed, is it really their sex game or the other person's? Because
right.
if you can't move, if you can't but get an erection, the other person is doing all the work. So is it really yours or is it theirs?
But then when you're not able to fully function, if you're like paralyzed from like the chest down, how does it get up?
Blood vessels.
Can it get up?
Blood vessels. It can. Blood vessels. You're paralyzed. I think it's nerves.
The real question here is, when we're talking about pleasure, right? Are we talking about insertion only? Like, must insertion occur? Or foreplay alone could be considered a session? Because somebody could be good at giving head. Like, they give the best head. They could be 6 hours long and they still at it.
If you're paralyzed, I would think you could, because it's not like you're gonna get tired.
Right. You've been training since you were born, so your
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Everything should be very fortified by it. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just talking shit right now.
No, you people want to send me to hell. No, 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 no. No, no.
If you see a guy who's on crouches, right, and you know his thing works and he's handsome and he approaches you, would you give him a chance?
It depends.
Or what?
How much? For somebody like that, I would think immediately long term.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of work to do. Now, is it permanent? Is it temporary? You know what I mean? You have to ask all these questions, because I have to check, if I fall in love with you, will I be able, for the work that comes with everything else, taking care of, as much as this person will be independent, let's not fool ourselves. There will be so many other restrictions. Is that something I'm ready for? I'll be thinking all of that even before the person says hello.
But how can you think that you don't know until you actually talk to the person?
I'm not saying I would not talk to the person, but I will be thinking it. And every conversation after that would be me trying to find the answers to that, because I'm not about to undertake in a journey that I'm not about to throw my 100% effort into. I'm not about to be in over my head. You're better off leaving him alone for somebody who will put in that work. So
you're saying that you've never seen a guy who was on crouches and just thought, damn, I just want to bang him and that's it?
No. I've not even done that with abled men. So I look at men and I think something else. My first initial thought is usually not, I want to bang him. No. Sometimes I give judgmental advice. Like, I want you to do that, but then I put it like, oh, it's whatever you want. Well, but then I sow the seed of what I would want you to do inside, if that makes sense. Maybe not judgmental, but.
So why don't you just tell them directly what to do? Because
one of my toxic traits is manipulation, and I'm very good at it.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
And I'm very unassuming, so that helps.
You're very unassuming?
Unassuming. Oh. Like I don't look like it, and I always put it in a way that doesn't look like it.
Are you bored?
I was just trying to figure out, that was the we don't judge. I need something more. Give us. Give us something more.
What's going on there?
I put, say with me, say with me, we listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Okay. I put diesel gas in one of my ex's gas tank. We listen and we don't judge.
What kind of car was it?
What?
What kind of car was it?
a Benz.
We listen. We
listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Please say it.
We listen and we don't judge.
That
I just realized that I'm a church girl because I'm trying to think of something or anything close to that, and it's not coming.
Okay. Yeah. That was my past life, everybody. Okay, just a disclaimer. I'm a wholesome, wholesome, righteous woman. Period. We do things by the law.
We listen. We don't judge you. Okay. This one time, person A really, really, really ticked me off, and because of seniority, there was nothing I could really do, but there was something I could do. So they asked me to, help transport food to them, and on my way, I reached in, grabbed some hairs, sprinkle them there, and then when I deliver it to them.
Wait. Sprinkle what?
Some pube hair.
Cut the show.
Well, this how we don't judge now, huh? Why you guys look at me like this? Okay. Well, listen, we don't judge.
Episode over. And stop recording. We listen and we don't judge.
Listen, we don't judge. All right, questions. Questions then.
I think AK takes the cake for this challenge.
Yeah,
You take the cake for that last challenge. We'll give you that.
Have you guys ever set a trap in somebody's shoe?
A what?
A trap? Like, the traps to catch rats?
Yeah.
Somebody's shoe?
Not a trap, but I've done some pretty dainty stuff like that.
Like what?
Like that. Like when my brothers used to get me mad, I'll go and put salt in their boiling water for tea. Some shit like that. I'll put heavy salt.
And it's my own nice bad, eh? Okay, no problem.
I mean, it's that I couldn't fight. My brothers are older than me. I couldn't fight. And so they wouldn't taste it until, and you just hear somebody scream in their room. And I smile.
My brothers used to terrorize me. Okay, let's continue.
One time in primary school, not primary school. Yeah, primary school, I think it was like class 6 or 7 or whatever like that. We used to have this teacher called Madame Tegilu Pogolo. Like really big, like huge, big ass. Every time she walks, like places vibrate. But anyways, when she walked through the door, she has to go in sideways like this to make it. But that's besides the point. This woman, with all that size, she used to beat a lot, and she'll beat you behind your legs with a broom. Like she'll take a broom and hold the bottom part that you sweep with, and then the top part, she'll use that part to beat the back of your legs with. And in primary school, you wear shorts. So by the time you go out for lunch, the flies are following you like you shit on yourself, but it's all the cuts from the broom. Man, one day I was fed up of that woman's shit, and I was trying to, I told her, I said, man, I gotta go use the bathroom, man. This lady would not, let me use the bathroom, and I kept saying, man, I had to go. I ate beans the previous day, and, everybody knew that me and beans, we don't really relate like that. And she was, man, I shit on myself in class, and everybody laughed at me. I said, no problem. So when I came the following day, after all that laughter, while she was sitting in class, you know how in primary school, they have windows and they have like the window frames with no windows on there. And she was sitting there. I took a dump in the paper and I shot it through that window. So when it came through the window, it went through the frames, it shattered like that. And it just splashed on her and I dipped out. Yeah. First time I ever faced the disciplinary council of the school. And it felt so good. Man, you don't even understand. Anyways. Ooh, that felt good even saying itself. I'm thinking about it. Oh my goodness. Guys' reactions are killing me. How was your primary school like, man? You guys never seen things like this happen in primary school?
Well, I went to American primary school, so we didn't really do anything. But when my brothers used to make me upset, I take my earwax and put it on their toothbrush. Just saying. Sorry if y'all hear this. It was me.
I don't know why, for some reason, like most times when I always pick up my toothbrush, like all the time, I always sniff it first for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe some shit like that. I don't know.
You sniff your toothbrush?
I don't know why.
Oh, I think I have one. No. I lied in church last week.
That what?
Somebody asked me so the first Sunday of every month is Communion Sunday, right? And so I like to take extras because I pray at home and I take communion at home by myself. And so I was like, hey, can I get extra? She's like, you have people coming? I said, yes. The whole that service did not sit right with me. I was just like, I just lie over the body of Christ. I could have just said no and taken it, but anyways.
And you felt bad?
I was. The whole service, I was like, oh my God.
I cannot feel bad for nothing.
See, I told you people that my own things. That's it.
Body of Christ for me? Count me in, please. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there are a few things that I cannot say in public.
Try stealing the whole bag of communion.
You stole a whole bag of communion?
You stole communion?
Did steal the whole bag. I just said try stealing the whole bag.
I feel like you did.
Why are you putting this on me?
Because people only do stuff when they go ahead and throw out the idea. So did you steal the bag of communion?
No, just a handful. Not the whole bag. Just a few.
I mean, I've stolen before something.
Yeah, just a few. I wanted to.
Let's stop. The more we talk, I just feel like I'm not meeting up to you people. Cut the show. My own shit is not exciting because what?
Sorry, yo.
Has anybody been expelled from school before?
No.
Not expelled, just suspended.
Damn, you guys are really good kids, man. Yes.
I've never been suspended.
You've never
suspended?
No.
Oh my God, you're such a goody two-shoe. Oh God.
I did not have a choice. Maybe one day when we talk childhood, I'll open my story. But I did not have a choice.
I've had in-school suspension. I've had out-of-school suspension. I've had in-school detention, out-of-school detention. Yeah, never been expelled though.
Enough of the nonsense. Let's talk about something real. I came across this little thing, I always be on Reddit, and I came across this kid was talking about he's 26, and he shared his struggles, right, of feeling like a dead man inside, after not achieving his dreams, becoming a sports broadcaster, maintaining ideal fitness or building social connects and finding romance, blah, 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 this and the third. So do you ever find yourself just beating yourself up because where you at, you don't think you've arrived where you want to be? Like, for example, right now where you at, probably 4 years back, you said, oh, by the time I'm 35 or 40, for those who are 40, I wanted to be a CEO, for example. If that doesn't happen for you, do you find that you're beating yourself up? Do you find that you are carrying that on your head? How do you deal with an unfulfilled dream? Tutu, take this one first.
Okay, well, yeah, I actually do. I have felt like that. And I currently do feel like that in a sense. Because I just feel like I could be probably way more, I guess, advanced on what I want to do in my career. Don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but I feel like I could be doing more. And so sometimes I would beat myself up because then I would be like kind of in a way comparing myself to others that are like my age, and I see them doing what I want to do in a sense. And I would kind of like beat myself up and be like, damn, like this person is doing that. But then reality checks, I'm like, wait a minute, our paths are all different. So it's like I can't really go off of what this person is doing because the place that I'm in right now, a lot of people would kill to just even be in that place. So I mean, I've had my moments and stuff, but then I also kind of just have to think. Like when I feel like that, I also ask myself, what could I be doing to make sure that I get to that place? So it's not just of, why haven't I gotten to this place? It's also of what are you doing to contribute to get yourself to where you want to be? So yeah, I mean, I've definitely had my moments and stuff like that, but so far, what was the second part?
Well, yeah, I mean, you answered the question, but I guess a follow-up question to you is, do you blame others in this journey? Or do you solely blame yourself with it? Like,
maybe like a little bit of both. Only because I don't know. I think I've said it before. Like my kind of upbringing, my upbringing when I was growing up is not the best. Solely, mainly on like me and the way I was raised as well too. So when I was growing up, I was very much compared to other people's kids, like cousins and stuff like that, by like family members and stuff. So that always kind of had an effect on me. Um, but so I would say, in a sense, yeah. But now I'm at the age and the point where I'm like, I don't give a damn what anybody else says. And I know what I want for myself. So it's like, it's up to me to get to that point, you know? So fuck what everybody else say. It is what it is. Yeah.
but then when you say F what everybody else say, um, sometimes don't like they say what an old man sees sitting down, a young person cannot see even standing on the highest ladder, right? So if it's F what everybody say, that if somebody's actually seeing you going down the wrong path and they're trying to point it out, but you refuse to see it, is that really F what everybody say? Is that to your detriment? Like,
No, in that sense, no, it's not. Because if somebody is trying to, I guess, guide me, then it's up to me to, I mean, decide if I want to take that or if I don't want to take it. Now, if I don't take it, then that's on me for not following somebody else's advice. If I do take it and then it doesn't get me to where I want to get, then that's also on me. So it's kind of like I don't know. But if somebody can see it and they know for a fact and like, nah, like I've been before trust, I'm gonna be like, okay, you're right. Cause you're not just saying that for no reason. Like you've obviously probably been there or been in that somewhat type of situation.
got it. Teresia.
I think when you said that F what everybody else says, I think we're trying to allude to the fact like sometimes people would say something about maybe your status or where you're at, and then you just don't care about, like maybe side comments or something like that.
When I said like F what everybody has to say is like if somebody is talking about how far you made it, like your status, like you said, then you're not in my shoe to tell me where I need to be, or now if you're trying to give me like actual advice that can help me progress to where I need to get, okay, then I understand. But if you're just talking and you ain't got shit to show for yourself, then nah, then it's everybody.
You're better than me because I would not sit here and lie and say, oh, F what everybody say, I got my lie. That's if I'll be lying to myself. All right. Yes, sometimes it does get to me. Especially when it's like on a touchy subject, on something that you're working on and you're trying to get, and someone decides to say something sleek, and they're just like, damn. Sometimes it gets me down, and then I have to find my way back. Sometimes it lingers in your head. It's one of those thoughts that comes in your head, and you're like, you just always have that voice in your head saying things. Sometimes it's motivating. You use it to say, okay, I'll prove people wrong, right? And that was one of the things I would say, like with me at school, because some people had said that, oh, she's gonna go get she'll go get pregnant young because she ain't got there's no daddy in the house. oh, she ain't gonna go to school. So I made it a point to prove them wrong. So I did not play with school. I went and so things like that, right? Even now as an adult, sometimes people will throw things now and they'll be like, oh, just wait. Very soon your life will change when you have a child. And I'm just like, I don't know. Did you even ask me if I want children? Right? And like, did you? But like, so you think that my life will only get better if children come, or if, or someone be like, oh, that you're cooking like that. Will you not make her start cooking for a man? Like, why would you say that? Not, I'm not saying, but I do have dreams of my own, right? That yes, some of them have fallen through the cracks. And yes, I beat myself up because by default, I'm an overachiever. That's not necessarily a good thing for me, right? But I don't take unfulfilled desires and expectations too well, if that makes sense. And I think it's only normal, right? And people say all these things, oh, it can happen at any time. You're too young to worry about that, but are you really? I feel like everybody at some point in their life, you have an expectation of where you want your life to be. And it's only but normal that when you hit those milestones and the things that are not happening for you, it's okay to be down. It's okay to feel disappointed. It's okay to feel bad. But I feel like society doesn't give us room for people to do all that, right? Because you hear a 26-year-old be like, I don't know what a 26-year-old is worried about all that. Give this person space to grieve. That's one thing that I have learned in my life now. Grieve the life that I thought I was going to have, So there's nobody too young to grieve anything. Be like, you're 14. What do you know about life? No, let that person deal with their disappointments and their failed expectations. And then you will move on. That gives you enough, it teaches you how to build enough courage and hope to dream some more. There's no age, true. It can happen at 50, but that doesn't mean people act like it happened for me at 50 as though you were just on angel wings till you got to 50. Why are you lying? You was depressed sliding down the wall. You were crying in the shower. Do you understand what I'm saying? Until it happened at 50 for you, and now all of a sudden, you are a champion for positive thinking and positive thoughts. Like you didn't almost crash all through your 30s and 40s until it finally happened for you at 50. So let people grieve the life that they thought they would have, and let people heal at their own pace. That's why I stopped saying those things like, oh, you're only 14, what do you know? Oh, you're gonna love again. If that child feels like his little crush at school broke his heart, let that baby cry. Let's just not stop, what's that word? Forgot the word, but like, let's not put paddings on things, and that's how people bottle up emotions and don't know what to do with themselves later on. That's my one.
Is there a time limit though?
To what?
To how long they can grieve?
Yes, but it is not. There is, because at some point you would have to get over that process, right? That's why I say that yes, there's a time limit, but how long, I don't know.
The reason why I ask is because it's like sometimes you can see a young me, right? And I'm grieving over, and now, okay, something happened, and I started my grieving process. Why do I sound so robotic? Something happens, and the grief kicks in, right? And I just be grieving and grieving, and I don't know when to turn it off, right? Or maybe I don't want to turn it off, or maybe I'm just too consumed and too soaked in to see that there is really a tomorrow. But then somebody else might have looked at me and said, okay, I'm gonna give you them grace. But then how long is that grace? You know what I mean? Would you just watch them run their whole shit to the ground because you want to give them grace? Like, how long is this grace supposed to be? Because sometimes, like for me, I struggle with that, right? I could see a friend really losing their shit, and I'm like, well, maybe they'll snap from it. Let me not jump in because, hey, they're going through it. They're grieving, for example, and I don't know, really don't have the full idea of what they're really going through. But then it prolongs and prolongs and prolongs, and then you start seeing that affect other areas that it's not supposed to affect, or maybe it's supposed to affect for them to snap at it, right? Again, my question is, when do you intercept? I don't know, it's intercede, right? Yeah. When do you
intervene?
Yeah, intervene. When do you say, like, wake up?
See, I think we have the tendency, especially of watching somebody that we care about, right, to want to go in and help. And for the most part, as humans, we look at other people's journey and judge based on us, like, okay, if it was me, I would have taken a week and I would have bounced back. But there's somebody else who has gone into depression because of that. And you're looking at like, that's not enough for me to get into depression if I were you, right? It's so easy for us to say that. But if you were them, you would be exactly where they are right now. Because you're judging with all your faculties that you have and every resource that you are built out of. That's why it's easy to say, if I were you. I stopped saying that because there's no way that if you were this person, you would have done any different. You would not have. I can promise you that. And the other aspect about when to intervene, right? If there's one thing that I've learned, even from my own journey, when someone is in a slum, they have to reach out for help. But the one thing that you can do for that person is make sure that that person knows that you always be there. Just be there. That's the best you can do. Because unfortunately, until that person decides that I need help, I want to get out of this storm, I don't care what you do. There's nothing you can do to help that person. Because you will come, you will talk from now to tomorrow, you will do all this. As soon as you leave, they will go right back into that funk. Right? So the best thing you can do for somebody, your grace, to me, grace in that essence will be, you can't get tired. It's a good work that you cannot get tired of doing if you care about the person, right? Whether or not they are on the longest timeline, whether or not, you feel like they're going to destroy their life, you can only but be there for them. So there's no timeline to it, but just make sure, because sometimes people don't reach out because they don't see help or they don't know that there is help. So if everybody cares about their business, even when they would want to reach out, sometimes it's like, what's the point? It's not like there's anybody to give help, if that makes sense. Yeah. But I feel like we are moving away from that whole thing of saying, oh, I'm gonna be there for a person. If you're gonna be there for a person, be there for a person. You cannot get tired doing good work.
That means even when you don't feel like doing it, you still have to do it.
You have to. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's an unspoken rule. If you love this person, you don't get tired. You cannot get tired. Because let me tell you something. Something happens to that person, you might hate yourself for the rest of your life saying, what if that day I had just called? What if I had just reached out, even by text? What if I had just, and you have all these things. You see, most times people would, sometimes they go and find them, God forbid, in their bathtubs or over, you'll be like, oh my God, what if I had just called him? What if? So you cannot, if you love somebody, you cannot get tired of waiting. Now, I'm not saying put your life on hold for them, but that's a work that you cannot stop.
Yeah, that would be Jesus and you talking, man. You know what I mean? Jesus and you manifested, because Lord knows Satan be right there. What are you really going to let this happen? Like, anyways.
It's easy to say that, right? Until I'm saying that because I've been on the other side of it. So if you've seen the other side of it, I feel like that makes it easier for me to not get tired. It's something that I'm getting very passionate about. You cannot get tired of being there for somebody who is in a dark time. Sometimes that can be the difference between life and death. I promise you.
Tutu, why are you so quiet, man?
Sorry, I did not mean to go that deep.
Any supporting?
No, I'm just listening. She's right. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Just along those lines, then. I know most of us, just graduated college, or college is December, right? Yeah. So it's about to be college graduation. A lot of people they're gonna feel college. They're gonna feel the you graduating and stepping into into the job force. They're gonna feel the burn from looking for jobs and not finding it, especially in their respective fields and with the economy that we have right now. So did you guys ever go through, job burnouts, educational burnouts, or looking for job, burnouts, things like that? How did you navigate that? How did you walk through that? Because when you talk to this new millennial, sometimes you're like, man, the job market is trash and this and the third, like no patience whatsoever. And they be thinking that we got out and we just got it like that. Like shit, it took me 2 years to find something in my field, bro. Like, why you think you just got out like yesterday and boom, it's supposed to happen? Anyways, what do you guys think?
That shit is so true. Postgraduate, postgraduate. That shit is too real. Oh my goodness. I so agree with that thing. I went through that thing. Oh my God. My sister's currently going through it. And it's not no joke. Like, I think I felt the last time I felt it was before I like got into like my major like big girl career jobs. Before I think I started before I started working on Fox, that's when I like really felt it. Because I had like graduated, and I think it took me it took me 2 years. Yeah, it took me 2 years to get into like my official big girl job at Fox, and then after that, thank God, like everything else moved out, but it was tough. And then I think it was also tough because I went into the expectation of like, okay, I got my degree and I'm gonna get a job and that's that. Not knowing that like in order to get a job, and I was just thinking that maybe it was just my career, but come to find out it's like every career for because I was just thinking like, okay, I gotta get the degree and then boom, bada boom, I'm about to get a job. But then for my career, like in the communications, it's more about like you can have a degree, but they don't give a damn. To hell with the damn degree. It's more about networking and building. Like if you, it's who you know. Who you know somebody, know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that puts you on. That's what it is. And so all this time, like, yes, as much as I talk a lot to people, it's like I really wasn't building shit. Like I really thought I was doing something, but I really wasn't until I graduated and I was like, oh damn, I really don't be having connections like that. So it's like, okay, I have a degree, but my degree don't really hold no weight to in order to get me into the doors that I really want to be in. So that like I don't know. If advice to give people, man, it's gonna take some time for real. It really is gonna take some time, but it can get done. I think I always tell people now when you're in school or whatever, always build that connection. Like build your network. Your network is literally your platform. Like talk to people, talk to your professors, talk to your friends, talk to like the people that you wouldn't even think. Like you could have a casual ass conversation with a janitor and you get plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just little things like that. So I would definitely say your network is the biggest key. Yeah, your network is your net worth. And then like the whole burnout thing, I had days where I like cried. I told my dad that I was like I thought about like I was in the wrong field and I was like, damn, maybe I should have listened and maybe I should have did nursing or, maybe I should have did something where I could just automatically get a job. So kind of that like, not resentment or whatever, but I was really just thinking like, damn, did I really fuck up and choose the wrong career? And stuff like that. But then I really be like, nah, I love what I do. Like I really do. And I remember the people used to tell me, like my aunts and uncles and them used to be like, oh no, communications don't pay this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I don't give a damn. Like, I don't care. It's like more my passion. So, I mean, hey, if you love what you say you want to do, then I'm game for it. Do it. Man, I remember I used to tell my dad that I said, when he asked me what I do, what I want to do when I want to grow up, I told this man I want to be a bus driver. Yeah, like, I told this man I want to be a bus driver. Like, so if you want to sit here and be a bus driver, go ahead by all means do it because I swore up and down that I was going to do something with communications, and that's what it is. But that burnout, ooh, don't give up, y'all. It's okay. The Lord will see us through.
Nah, see, I'm about to flip that script because I don't agree when you say, oh, if you love something, go ahead and do it. I study what I love, right? I love my field. But let's be honest, if I get a chance, knowing what I know now, to go back, I'm not going to be in my field. And I'll tell you why. Because there is only a handful of people who are blessed enough to make a living, to make a good life out of the things that they love, right? Loving what you do is one thing. Making a living is a whole nother thing. And the world is not set up for you to come out here and live your passions. The world is not set up for that. You either make money or you get trampled on. It's just that simple. And if I were to have my kids go to college, I'll tell them, find something you're going to make money, or you're going to find your passion somewhere else. It's not going to be at your job. I'm just being honest. Now you might be lucky enough to have all that in your job. But like I said, there is very few people. I feel like I fell for that trap. Not necessarily because I thought, oh, do what you love. And I love my field, but it ain't going to give me the life that I want. It's not. Unless I work in it so much and I happen to end up being a VP somewhere, which would have taken so many years of working in corporate America to get there. When heck, I could have just been an electrician and made a lot of money. Like, I'm not even lying. Don't get me wrong, a formal education, all three of my degrees are good to have, but I lived an illusion thinking that I was going to live my dreams and travel the world. Not that, but just their illusion of saying you're going to have all this and you're going to live in a career. Nah, fuck all that. Go for the money.
I mean, I guess the each is all.
I'm just saying. Because when you gonna be broke.
No, that's true. You need to be able to survive by all means. But I could have sat here and easily been an RN, or I could have been some in the nursing field. I would have hated that shit. Would have hated up, and God forbid, end up killing somebody because what? Because I wanted money. Fuck out of here. No, I'm not doing that shit.
That is true. That is a fair point. They tried to force me into nursing, right? That's not my calling. It's not my ministry. Now with caution, right? Obviously. I'm not saying if you're a hard head in school, go enter plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what I'm saying in essence. But when you're picking a major, at least find something close. But I will always advise, find the money. And if you are if you're really serious about it, you will make it. If you know this is where it comes from, you will do what you need to do at any season to survive. Even if it means that you have to do that errand for 4 years, leave there and go do something. Whatever you need to do at a season, you will do it to survive. I'll tell you an example that came to my mind just last week. And I was just sitting, I was like, damn, we learned all this. I did math in school. Now, you put a further maths problem in front of me, I can't tell you shit. But I excelled in school. Why? Because at that time, I needed to pass. I loved it. I needed to pass. So what did I do? Hated it. But you know what? You need a passing grade. You apply yourself. You do what needs to be done at that season. You get it done and you move on. That's how I'm seeing life now. My perspective is changing. Whatever you need to do at whatever season to get that bread, to make a living, listen, broke and cute. It is not. Let nobody fool you. Fuck Pasha. I'm not saying now go and be a nurse. If you go and be a nurse and you kill somebody, you're stupid. Because the fact that you can pass and write the NCLEX, then you end up and go in the field and you cannot pass, you are a dummy. Because the fact that you have that degree, it means that you can do something. Why would you go over there and mess with your bag like that? Why would you do that? Sometimes you need to go and work that work and make nurses sometimes, especially when they had that thing. Say you were a traveling nurse. You made all that money, take it and you put it in your business. People do that all the time. You go and work a corporate job you do not like, you hate the place. but I'm trying to save money to put in my business. You do that and you leave. Let nobody say you have to be at that job till you're 65. You don't have to. But put your head down, and this is what I'm going to tell my, put your head down, do what needs to be done, and get that money.
Yeah, that shout out to Valerie Holmes. That's like if you listen to the story I was talking about, that's actually what he did. You know, he went, did his nursing, got his money. Now he got the strip clubs and the spectrum lounges in the DMV area. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Like I said, if you go there and you kill somebody, and you are the dumbest motherfucker on earth. It means you don't even have a vision for your life. You do not.
I mean, I would think that if you passed, you know, if you passed the board, then, you know, I mean, you should have all the
like how
to, yeah.
It means you know something. Then you go over there and fuck it up like that.
Yeah. Wait, let me ask you guys this question, right? Just piggybacking off of this. Coming from where we come from, it was always looked upon anything outside of lawyer, engineer, doctor, a disgrace to your family, you know. Fast forward to pre-pandemic, the 2020s, 21s, 22s, 23s, everyone's like, oh man, you don't have to do those. You know, you can focus on the arts, you can focus on, you know, you can even study flowers and have a degree in flowers and just have your degree, you know, shit like that. Like, question number one is, what's the dumbest degree you've ever heard? Question number two, would you advise anybody, like any of your siblings, your kids, whichever, to just go and get a degree and get it over with?
I don't know what the dumbest degree would be. There have been some majors that I've heard. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, y'all actually, this is actually a thing. But I can't, off the top of my head, I can't really think of it. Maybe I'll come back. But I wouldn't tell my siblings to. Actually, let me think this, because I be telling people school's a scam. That shit is a motherfucking scam. But but I don't know. I feel like in some industries, you actually do need, in order to be a nurse, you need your degree, some type of degree at least. Even if you don't go through a university, you still need a degree in order to become a nurse or a doctor. So I would say, don't just go to school or to get a degree. Yeah, that's what I would say. Just don't do it to do it. I mean, I'm kind of thinking now, because my master's degree, do I even use that shit? That shit is still sitting here looking at me. So I'm sitting here like, what is the actual point? I went to school to go do what? But, huh?
Right.
I mean, it's here. I think I'm using my degree, my bachelor's degree, as my job right now, which is crazy. But I don't know. I wouldn't just say just go to school just to go to school. If it means something to you, then hey, by all means.
Yeah. I got a degree for you. One of the people study flowers and they want to become I'm not going to even try pronouncing it, but they want to work in a botanic garden or whatever. How many of them things around the world to house that many people who want to get a degree in that?
You're talking about a botanist?
Yeah, that one.
He said flowers. It's plants. It's a difference.
Plants, you know, like what? Anyways, yeah, that one is still.
Yeah, that's more something like a research, right? But like you said, how many opportunities are there in the world for that?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think just going and get a degree is a luxury for rich people. If you're set for life, what they call that thing, something fun.
A trust fund.
Trust fund, baby. That luxury is for people like them.
Yeah.
But if you are coming from nowhere, you are sometimes first generation, no idea. You can't just go up in there and just waste money like that. You have to be strategic. That's where that whole thing comes from. Unfortunately, you don't have the luxury to go and study your passion. You do not. That's why I keep saying, you follow the money. You don't. You're trying to get out of the hood. You're trying to be that light. You're trying going there and you're studying romance, getting a degree in romance literature. To do what with it?
The next Shakespeare.
You could be, you could start the next play, the next Shakespeare musical, something.
Who's coming to watch that?
Yeah. Let me tell you, because
I'm not saying it's impossible, but what are the chances that you will write a #1 seller that will make you rich, that you will live the life that you want to live? What are the odds?
It's like low, but it can be done.
So far, your life has shown that the odds have not been in your favor. That's why we are here. Let's start there. You're not in a rich family. That's why you're where you are. You really want to play that odds with the future?
Well, I mean, it can be done.
That's why I said it's not impossible, but what are the chances?
The people, like, I used to think ballet, right? People go to school to actually do ballet, and they be going to, what's that school, Juilliard? The School of the Arts and stuff like that, to actually be on Broadway, go to New York and do all that stuff. That shit is actually real. I think, honestly, that...
hold on, before I continue, how many of them didn't make it into Juilliard and did do that, are dancing in New York
a lot of them, but also, if you are determined and you want to be something and somebody in life, you will make it by all means possible.
Tutu, that's a fat lie. Don't go around lying to people that.
It's really not.
It is because no. Let me explain why I said that's a fat lie. You cannot sit here and tell me if you work hard and you do this and you want to be somebody in life, you can do all the right things. And it was not ever in the cards for you. That shit is not going to happen. I don't care how much hard work you put in it. I don't care how much sprinkle you do on it. I don't care how much positive thoughts you throw in the universe. I don't care about none of that shit. First of all, it's a whole lot of things that have to click for anything to happen for you. Sometimes it's just not in your card. You can want it or you want. There are people who are born poor and die poor, live their whole lives poor. Is it because they didn't want more for themselves? It's not they've wanted more. They have so many dreams unaccomplished. But you cannot just sit there and say, if you want something and you work hard enough and then you apply yourself, it's going to happen. I'm not disputing that hard work and application of self does not come into play. But that alone is not the deciding factor of how your life turns out. If you sit there and you believe that that's one of the biggest delusions I've ever heard, that's a fact.
So you mean to tell me that if somebody goes ahead and does the opposite of what they don't want to do, their passion, then maybe they'll have more of a chance to go ahead and be somebody in life?
Scammers.
Huh?
Say what?
Scammers.
Scammers?
I was going to say OnlyFans.
See? Things like that.
You can. This is my thing. You can. But for you to say that if you apply, that's a lie.
It's not.
So many. It is a lie.
It's possible.
Because you have people that have applied. Millions on OnlyFans. We know
I'm sticking to what I said, and it's possible.
Their passion. They did not. What they did not ask. When were you a little girl? What do you want to be? I want to shake my ass and write somebody's name in lipstick on my left cheek and send it to them. That was not in the cards for them. But you know what? A video here, chance. This thing we call chance that we keep ignoring has a big factor to play in our lives. If this shit was not in the cards for you, if chance did not click, opportunity with opportunity, forget it. Now you can it helps you prepare yourself for if something happens. Now, let somebody not hear me and think that I don't believe and I don't have hopes and dreams. I do. I believe in the most ridiculous things you can think of. I dream of the most. If I tell you the life I dream up for myself, you will think I'm crazy. But you have to come back to reality at some point and say, okay, I might dream all this, but first of all, you have systemic issues. Have you been at a job where you work the hardest, you're the first to come, you're the most educated, and they keep passing you up on promotions? Have you been to a job like that? You could be the most educated person, your resume could be the thickest and everything, and they don't take you for the job.
Yeah.
It happens. So I'm just saying that there's a whole other factor that has to come into play with all of what you're saying for something to happen for a person.
Yeah, you know, sometimes like you could like some people apply for jobs and never get them, and it's just because their first name sounds very funny, looks funny, and it has nothing to do with the sense and knowledge they have in their head. Their name just looks funny on paper, and that's their bad luck, you know. So
even look at us women, we are still fighting for equal pay. Sometimes you're the most educated person at work, but you get paid the least. So is it that you're not working hard enough? It's just some things are bigger than us. Some things are just bigger than us, unfortunately.
But hard work too does, you know, let's not say.
No, that's why I say, yeah, it does come in. Now, don't go and sit there and waiting that chance will come and meet you. The chance that will meet you there, you will remain at McDonald's.
Now, the one that pisses me off the most is that people that pray and say God will, but then you don't put in no work. Now, that one right there, I just want to take a stick at hitting your head. I said, man, you know, anyways, let me not be violent. Just put in valid ears and say, listen, you have to put in the work. That's it. You have to put in the work, you know. How important is support system in this process? How do you guys find support systems for yourself?
What process?
Like during your when you were going through your job search process, right? When you had just dropped out of college, or even looking for jobs, or you know, or even staying in your job right now, and things like that. Like how good is your support system? Or how important is your support system? And how do you maintain your support system?
Oh, it's like Tutu mentioned earlier. Your network is your net.
Your network is your net worth.
Yeah. If you want, especially in a job, you have to learn sometimes. If you want to stay there, sometimes you have to learn how to kiss ass. And sometimes I'm not saying that accept disrespect, but that networking. Sometimes you have to tell him, "Ooh, you've lost weight," when you know damn well that man then gained 15 pounds. You have to. So just sometimes listen, say what you need to say to get where you need to go. Now, don't go and lie and incriminate yourself and do all those bad. But sometimes that schmoozing, that networking is like Tutu. I missed out on that whole thing in school. Because my head was, I need to work, I need to pay tuition, you need to survive. While my white friends were networking, and when they graduated, their father's friends in places were giving them internship. My ass was working when my friends were doing internships and all. And it's just sad that in our African and Black communities, we are not as supportive like that. Where you have somebody that will even have an opening for internship at their place, and they will not even tell you, and they know that that's your field. But you see them counter folks people, oh, they're gonna tell. My dad's friend has this thing and he put me there. How many Africans you see put other Africans on like that? You know how many times I knew people who were in my field who already had jobs? You know how many times you practically beg them, like, hey, link me up with this internship. Oh, I'll see what I can do. It's always what they say. I'll see what I can do. You see what I can do. Unfortunately, I don't have a support system that, oh, I know this person who owns this company, who does this, but my professors helped me a big deal. And all of that is by going there and kissing ass. Yes, you have to sacrifice those. And when I say, let me change that word, that's probably not the right word. But you have to go there and make friends with the professors. Go there and volunteer to do something so that they remember you. Because if they remember you, sometimes at work, you have to act a busybody. Unfortunately, it's the busybodies that they see and they know. They want to make a party, jump in there and volunteer to do something. They will always remember you. They're not gonna remember you because you got something, you went behind. Then act a busybody. Show your face there. Always ask, oh my God, how was your cat that went to the vet yesterday? I don't give two fucks about your cat. But those are the things that you have to do to keep your net worth. Unfortunately, you have to play the game. You have to know the rules of the game to play the game to win.
It's funny because I have so it's like, all right, there's always stuff to be done, right, on the job side, but there's always a few people who don't want to move, they don't want to expand their knowledge, right, past what they already know. And whenever something new comes, it's like, now I'm good. It's like, oh, okay. So one day somebody goes, I'd pick something and I go, yo, I see you working on something similar to this. Could you explain me that portion so I could take that and complete? And he goes, so why you even do that anyways? You know what I mean? You had no business doing that. It's not in your scope of work. Like, what really is my scope of work? Because I feel like every year it should change. If you were hired 5 years ago, in year 5, are you still supposed to be doing just the exact same thing that you were hired to do? No. At that point in time, you should have probably doubled your knowledge base, if not tripled it, right? So it's just one of those things that somebody go, well, you should be doing that. And I'm just standing there at work, I'm like, yeah, this is my competition, right? This is a person who thinks I'm competing with them, because it's like, I'm not even looking at your stuff to say what you should do or what you should not do. Instead, I'm looking at you and go, yo, how you doing that? You know what I mean? Like, because for me, I believe that if I'm not available, I don't want nobody calling my phone. Like, do not call me when it's my vacation. Don't do that, man. Because first of all, I'm not even picking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the thing is going to burn, let it burn. Like, what the heck? That's why that cross functionality aspect of, the job, where this person should know at least 50% of what the other person is doing if they're not doing the same thing. And that's really how it should be. Now, for me, if I'm sitting at somebody does not want to expand like that, man, it's just like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And yeah, but all that to say too is going into the job market too for those graduating. If you've not started expanding your knowledge base, maybe something you should start doing. One of my greatest mistakes was not doing internships. That shit still haunts me to today. It still haunts me to today, because I'm like, God damn, how did I miss the most basic thing of, like the basic of it?
You were focused on other things. That's what.
Yeah. So is that working and paying, those who were born with a golden spoon in their mouth, they can go to class, come home, and not have to worry about, and then that just go to their sports. But some other people got to work, pay rent and all that. By the time you want to do internships, man, what do you have time for that? But anyways, that's neither here or there. I take responsibility.
Also, it's a culture thing too. I don't think they drilled it in us about internship. No. It sounded more like, oh, if you want type thing. They did not say that shit is necessary.
Yeah.
And that's why we suffer 2, 3, 4 years after graduating before you get a job. When one of your internships play, I've seen people when I was with people who went for internship, they're like, okay, we save your job. You are graduating in a year, they've already saved you a job from internship.
Yeah. I've learned that importance. I think I learned that when I went to my HBCU. Like, that's one thing that I really, really cherish about my HBCU. Like, they will drill that shit into you. Like, and a good thing about it is because you have Black people that are just like you, like the professors are just like you, so they want to look out for you, and they're like, no, this is what the hell you need to do, so you need to be talking. So like, I would have professors that were like, oh, go see Professor so-and-so, like they do this or they do that or whatever. Like, I used to go to office hours just so they could see my face. Like, I would go to office hours, hey, how you doing? Just because, like, just so they could be like, okay, I see this girl here all the time. Not knowing the damn well, I don't have no reason to be in that damn office hours. But like, I'll make sure I sit there. Like, so there's even little things like that. Like, I'll tell my sister, maybe though she graduated out, but like, if somebody tells you, like, I remember when I was in school, in North Carolina, I used to drive like an hour to like maybe like 45 minutes to like Greensboro because I went to school in Durham. So I used to drive when I had an internship in Greensboro. So I used to drive there like Monday, Wednesday, Friday for my internship. And then I would like volunteer on my days off to go and learn how to run the board in the studio and stuff like that. So that way, when I graduated, I was offered a position. So it was like little things like that. So I'm always like very, very big on when somebody ever asks me, like my little cousins or somebody, like, go do that internship or talk to somebody or even do like, it don't even need to be an internship, volunteer. Like volunteer your time and they'll be like, okay, damn, this person is serious. And then that's how it creates into like a job or internships and things like that. I would definitely say networking and talking, just a simple conversation. Another thing that I would definitely say is, like if you do like LinkedIn stuff or whatever, I used to do before like LinkedIn, I used to do like little coffee dates. Like, can I talk to you over like coffee or like a virtual coffee or something like that, where like we'll have like a Zoom call with somebody, like a professor or something like that. Hey, I want to pick your brain about this. Like they'll have their cup of coffee, I have my cup of coffee, and just kind of just, things like that. So I would definitely say, yeah, networking, building your network is definitely a big thing.
Now, on the flip side of that, well, not flip side, but a question for those who are introverted, right? For those who are introverts, what advice do you have for them?
You better start talking. You better. That's my sister. I'm telling you, I keep saying my sister, but like y'all, my sister doesn't talk. She's the opposite. And like her field, she wants to be an OBGYN. Girl, you need to talk. Like I'm telling
introvert
her, how you gonna take care of your patients if you don't want to talk? That's what I be like. Huh?
There'll be a lot of action.
I'm just like, you need to be able to talk. Like if you're an introvert, you better find a way. You better learn sign language. You better learn something. You better write that shit down. You better do something.
Sign language.
I'm dead ass because you need to mouth something off or whatever. Because if you don't want to talk, I don't know how that's going to help you in the long run. Like, girl, you need to talk in order to get to med school. You need to talk to your patients. You need to do stuff. So I don't know what to tell them. If you're an introvert, you better learn how to talk. You better talk when it's needed. You don't got to talk to everybody, but talk to the people that you need to talk to. I'll tell you that. I'm so serious. You better be in there
go learn good coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Because it can be exhausting having to be around people and do all that, right? Find ways to cope because there's no way.
What's that thing? The Summer Walker has social anxiety or whatever. You better learn how to deal with that shit. Like you can have social anxiety, but you need to learn how to talk. There's something that you know that you like to do. You can find ways around it and mesh that into your world and make it easier for you to like communicate with people and stuff like that. Because I'm not understanding why, if you know you want something, you're not opening your mouth to say that I want this thing. But you're sitting there thinking that somebody, that's what I've been telling her all the time. Continue to let somebody come and sit there and offer you a job. Then you'll be sitting for a very long ass time if that's the case. So if you're an introvert, like I said,
sign language.
ASL works. What's them shits that we be using?
Send a pigeon.
Send a pigeon. The projectors, the little whiteboards, do them shits. I don't know how to talk in public, but here's my so-and-so. Shit, LinkedIn, you better type a message, typewriter that bitch or something, because we don't have time in this 2025 that we're about to be in there for you to be sitting here talking about some I don't like to be in public settings. The fuck?
Damn,
Man, that should really piss me off because she'll really sit here and it's really personal to me because she'll really sit here and she'll tell me, I don't like people. Okay, you don't like people. So because you don't like people, then what? Like my dad would be sitting here looking at you like,
your money about to be an introvert too.
Yeah, that's what it's really about. Your pocket's about to be thin as hell because you talk about you don't like to talk to people. Girl, take chalk. Write on the motherfucking sidewalk. I need a job or something. Do something. Like, come on, girl.
Boombox.
Hold a poster.
That'll be the title of this episode. Your money will be an introvert too.
I'm tired.
I mean, yeah.
That's funny. Okay, last topic real quick, and then we up on, and then word of the day, and then we up on. We go on. This should be interesting. You guys should love this one. Anyways, what's the difference between jokes and disrespect?
Jokes and disrespect?
Yeah, jokes and disrespect.
Disrespect, get your ass beat. Disrespect will get you fucked up. Jokes can also get you fucked up, but you know how they say there's expensive jokes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have those. Like, jokes is like, I think jokes is, okay, the difference between jokes and disrespect to me, if you're doing a joke, I feel like there's a time and place for jokes. Disrespect, I don't think there's a time and place for disrespect. It's just disrespect. Like, you know when you're disrespecting somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a setting and you're now like, ha ha ha, we're throwing jabs and this and that. Okay, it's a joke. But if the joke now gets out of hand and now you're like throwing jabs, whereas like it's personal, now that's disrespect. Now I gotta whoop your ass now because you're trying to be funny. That's my own. I hate disrespect. This is so. I hate disrespect. Woo! Anyway, somebody else go because I can continue. Somebody else go.
I just feel like if somebody dishes something out, they should be able to take it back. You know, because I'm always just sitting, just waiting for somebody to introduce. Because I always have something to say. So I can't just go out and just say it. I can't be the one to always just start the violence. So I'm just hoping that somebody say something. So don't slip up and don't tell me it was a mistake or whichever. No, please, when it comes out, just be ready to take the same thing back.
But I think it's the level of like boundaries. Like you can go ahead and jab and throw jabs and stuff like that. But if you decide to take it up a notch where it's like, now I feel like it's something personal that I probably had told you and now you're throwing it back in my face, that's when it's like, okay, are we joking or are we being serious now?
No, we're not. I mean, me, I don't go personal because I feel like I have enough jokes to fly around for me to go.
Okay, well, if we're just joking now, yeah, like you said, if you're dishing it.
No, it's jokes because for me, like, yeah, I'm not going to make it easy, but I'm not going to also go out of my way to want to make this into a fight. No, because at this point in time, it's like you come into my domain, right? I'm like, ooh, somebody's out to play, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot mess it up by going below the belt because I want the game to keep going. So I'm like, surface. And there's always somebody who always feels the need to. Or when, they feel like they're about to check out because they ran out of jokes now. Oh, I have to go hit below the belt. Like, oh, this is supposed to do something. Like, you're introducing a whole new topic now that you're not even ready for. But I don't know.
Hence, this is why I do not do the jokes because I know my ass cannot take the jokes because my ass will sit there and start getting emotional all of a sudden. That's why I don't play them games. I don't play it because once you say something and I feel attacked, yeah, no. Because now everybody's a hoe. Your mama's a hoe, your grandma's a hoe, your father's a hoe, everybody's a hoe. Yeah. That's why I don't do jokes. I just sit quietly, mind my business.
See, in the joking space like that, where you say everybody's a hoe, I'm like, at some point in time in their life, they were, maybe. So what's the issue? And then we just keep going again,
Okay, yeah, see, that's true. But if you say my mom was a hoe, my mom was a hoe, then I not take it personally. Not saying my mom was a hoe, but just saying.
Were you there when were you there when she was her age? Why are you catching fire? Why are you
I'm just saying. What if some people they know that their parents was a hoe?
Then if the shoe fits, just wear it now.
Which is true.
This point in time, like, probably was just throwing jokes, and then all of a sudden the joke became true, and then maybe I didn't even know. Now you've made me know. Now when I come to your house, I look at your mom's side, it's like, why?
Yeah. I don't do the jokes. Yeah, I just mind my business.
I mean, like, sometimes. For example, MCJB, he always be looking at us, me and my siblings. Sometimes I say, man, no, wait. When we start, he just runs away because it's like, man, you guys don't play fair. You guys like expensive jokes and things like that. I don't know. I mean,
I think it depends on the context, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you and your siblings, you guys stole that line. You know where the line is. For some people, that might be too far. So it just depends on who you're with, your relationship with them. That kind of gives things in context. So
yeah, one of my sisters should actually, like, when she jumps on, and we'll have this thing, right? So it's like we have different chats. So it might probably be me and the 3 girls on top, or me and the younger one. I have different chats for different people with serve different purposes, you know. So when I launch the general one, and whomever comes late, oh, you're having it. You dare come late to this? Who you think you are? You are about to have it. And a few people, like the little brother, very sensitive, you know. And yeah, you can't don't joke with that one, man. That man, he's very sensitive, man. You just see him like, and then you hear pop, the call goes off. Nigga gone. You're not here for me again after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're not here for me after 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, son, you really got hurt. It's like, man, I played too much, man. Right there, I'm sorry, man. Calm down. Yeah. And then the other sister, oh, it's not like she makes it hard, you know. It's just so easy, man. It's like it's right there, and we just can't help it. So we all just, yeah. So man, you gotta have a thick skin sometimes. But anyways, yeah, that's it for us today, man. Tutubaybee also want to day or the week.
Okay. The word of the week is obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm so dead ass. I'm dead ass.
That's a good one.
I changed it because we were talking about it. I really should have changed it to ADHD.
Yes.
Anyway, obsessive compulsive disorder, which is also known as OCD, is a mental disorder that causes people to have uncontrollable reoccurring thoughts, obsessions, and repetitive behaviors, compulsions. Obsessions are unwanted, unpleasant thoughts, ideas, urges, or images that are persistent and intrusive. Compulsions, repetitive actions that people feel they must do to ease or get rid of the obsession. I'm going to give you some examples.
Like things being in, like, I put this here, and when I come back, I want it here. If you moved it, bring it back here. I know somebody here like that. Then it's continuous. So to give us.
People with OCD may fear contamination or getting dirty, fear causing harm to themselves or others, having unwanted sexual thoughts or images, fear of making mistakes, have a need for order, neatness, symmetry, or perfection, and need constant reassurance. My sentence is, AK thinks that Therese and I suffer from OCD, but we really don't.
Hallelujah. My God is so...
None of this stuff resonated with us.
Please do me a favor. For next episode, you two do me this huge favor. Ladies and gentlemen, please put these things that she just mentioned on that list and tick off the one that does not pretend to you. Next week we'll review it. Thank you.
Okay. Hold on. I have a bonus word of the week. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Okay.
Also known as ADHD.
Mm-hmm. Why are your eyes going left and right?
Define it.
It is a chronic mental disorder that affects a person's behavior and ability to function. People with ADHD have persistent patterns of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity.
My God. It looks like the ADHD is catching you. What is going on?
That interfere with their daily lives. So inattention, difficulty paying attention, staying on task, or being organized. Hyperactivity, excessive movement, or restlessness, even in inappropriate situations. Sounds like somebody we know.
That does not sound like me at all.
Excessive movement or restlessness.
I'm not restless, and I don't move excessively.
I want you to go back on this episode, and I want you to look at all the movement you were making.
What's that movie here? Stop that. That's not the.
Even before I started reading Word of the Week, you were moving. back and forth. If you didn't catch yourself, just saying. And acting without thinking, interrupting others, or having difficulty with self-control. So yeah.
I would take my own list and I would cross-check it. Same as you take your own list, and you should cross-check it, and then we'll compare notes next week.
Okay.
Because
next week I'll not be here.
There's one of us here that will have at least 90 over 100. And then if you go into this mixer, it's even worse because you have 150 on 100.
Who?
JB. That one's own OCD is out of this world.
Well, I can't relate, so sorry.
You who wet the tips of your fingers.
So what about JB?
That's different.
What about JB's OCD?
Man, you just haven't. No, it's always.
You don't know. He just thinks somebody got OCD.
You put some like you sit in you sit in and you literally like you cook and you start your loop, and then you see you start shifting things around, creating like shifting things. Like his mind just goes here. This, I'm like, damn son, we all still here. Let us at least break up from this place before. No. Okay.
I mean, I think that's just organization. That's structure. You need structure. Because when my sister was here, when we were making stuff, like she has a bad habit of opening the cabinets and not closing them, and that shit pisses me off. So like, she won't be done taking the stuff out, and I immediately close it because I don't like to see it open. So like, just make sure you close it. If you're gonna open it, close it. Just like if you have your shoes are supposed to be at the door. It needs to be like right at the door. It needs to be together.
Left and right like this. Why is your shoe?
One the right, left, no, it needs to be together. And if you're using stuff, if you're gonna use a coaster, if you're using cups or something, like it's just organization. I don't think it's OCD.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, please let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments which one is it. Is it OCD or is it organization, as they say?
It is.
Yeah. Wash your hands when you walk in the house. Let's start there. Wash your hands, man. Wash your hands when you walk in the house, man. And then keep your shoes on the door. Respect people's rules. If you go into my house and they say they don't like shoes on their carpet, please respect that rule. Don't come in there saying, by the way, if you have boss socks, let me repeat, if you have boss socks, it's not my problem. When you walked out of your house, you knew you had boss socks. So don't come and act like it's here that somebody's supposed to feel sorry. No, walk with your boss socks and walk across the room.
See, I help people out. I have like socks. If you come, I have socks. You can put them on.
Yeah, see, you got organizational skills.
Help you out. Because some people that they don't know. Well, I feel like as an African, you should know that if you go to a fellow African's house, you should know that your shoes are supposed to come off at some point while you're at that person's house. Whether it be you can make it all the way to the living room, but just know that your shoes should not go on my carpet. If it makes it that far, then hey, by all means, just know that your shoes need to make it off. But for me, at the door, the shoes go off. Is that just me? I feel like every African house, maybe your shoes are supposed to go off.
No, not everyone. No,
not every house, but I feel like people respect homes more than they would if you're living in an apartment. You know what I mean? They'll go to somebody's house and take shoes off. Then you want to come to because it's apartment. If you don't remove that shoes at the door.
No, for me is if I come to your house, you make me remove my shoes. No problem, I respect it. But when it comes to my own, the same rule that you put for me there, you better be respecting it. Oh, I see people walking in there. It's because they let me walk in the house there with my shoes. So remove your own. Let's not
You must remove your own.
You must remove your own. Let's not argue here. So yeah, that's just that.
Well.
So yeah, so remove your shoe, wash your hands when you get in the house.
Don't sit on your bed with outside clothes.
Oh yes, that one very important. Very important. I'll try not to do that. And then don't put your phone on the bed. Don't put your phone on the bed if you don't sanitize it. Oh, okay. Just saying. And come to think of it too, for all of us, when I say us, I don't mean you here. I'm just
saying. Not y'all. Don't start a fight.
Yeah, don't say all of us, and then you go ahead and say, what's the sentence you about to say?
No, I said for all of us. I don't mean you. I mean us as in general. You know what I mean? For all of us, pertaining to what I'm about to say. For all of us who carry their phones into the bathroom, don't go and sit there in the bathroom. Put that phone there and wash your hands and pick up that same phone and think you have done something. I'm just saying. Okay.
While we're at it, how about when you flush your toilet, you put the seat down?
Wait, which one? There are two. Which one? Not
all the two. Why are you flushing and your toilet seat is up? You're pushing all the shit air into the bathroom and your toothbrush is standing on your counter.
So you're saying before you flush, close?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess so. Now let me say this now. If you've ever been to my house and you flush, I did not close the I've been mad. Let me say it. We listen, we don't judge.
You know that.
Why? How are you flushing the toilet and you don't put the seat down?
How do you know they didn't put it down?
Because when I go in there after you, the seat is up.
Oh, you're the toilet police. Okay.
Yeah, because now I have to start spraying my shower curtains. My towel is hanging there. I have to start wiping everything.
Wait a minute. What?
You're saying, go ahead. Keep adding yourself out. Thank you. Go on.
So because the toilet seat is up, you have to sanitize everything in the bathroom.
Have you ever poured flour into a bowl? What happens?
Yeah, it's like.
So what do you think happens when you flush when your toilet is open?
I mean, yeah, but you're gonna go ahead and sanitize the inside of your shower as well too?
Yes. Because I don't know how far that I will spray. There's this Lysol thing that spray. I will spray it.
Wow. Okay.
Because why? Why should I'm not even having my own shit air in my bathroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, tea.
No, it's just basic common sense. Close it, flush. If you feel like you want to look if it has gone, you open it and you look and you close it.
So what if I closed it, flushed, and then I opened it and walked out?
When you walked in there, was it up or down?
It just needs to be closed, okay? Just close it. Just leave it closed. That's it.
No, I'm going to. Was it up or down when you walked in?
If it was down, it was down. Let's say I didn't. Let's say I was. Let's say, I was not like. I walked in, it was down, but my brain was not registering.
Not confused.
Yes, it was just like one of those passive things that you just do and not processing. And then it's not till you raise it that it was down. Why did you leave it open? And I'm like, no, actually closed it, flushed it, and then opened it.
I mean, that's fine, but I just always assume everybody that comes to my house just flushes with the toilet open. I just go ahead and do what I need to do. That's it. Because it's not like I'm going to monitor you, right? And you can't stop people. People come to visit you. You can't stop them. But I'm hoping that you have enough hygiene to flush with your toilet seat down.
Now I'll fight somebody. I'll legitimately go fist fight with somebody. I promise anybody. And this goes really to men, that you piss and your shit goes on the floor and you will not take a toilet tissue or paper and wipe that shit off and throw it in the dustbin and just walk away.
Why is it first going on the floor?
I was about to say, why are we pissing on the floor?
I'm just saying, man, maybe he held the piece too damn much when he wanted to really just came up at the same time and the direction was before he could direct it. I don't know. Pressure can make things happen. Have you ever seen the sapeur pompier, how they call them, firefighters? There you go. And that pressure comes. What the thing is just, what do you think happened to men when they hold their piece so much and it's pressure? What do you think happened? You think he can just direct like
you have a little like a what they call it, recoil, like a gun.
So you are running in there and you are trying to move and you are shaking. Man, listen, there's so much that goes on at that point in time, and you are just trying not to pee on yourself. I can understand that. But please, I beg, just wipe it off. Like, come on. What the heck, man? Anyways. Yeah. I think we are done from here today. We are done.
Wipe the
delete all that last part.
Wipe
after conclusions.
Sorry, wipe. I have one more. Wipe down the fucking sink when you are done using it. Oh my gosh. That's the big. If you are washing your hands, there is no reason why there should be water all over the damn counter. Like, wipe it.
Or on the faucet.
Why is water on the mirror? Wash your hands. You don't need to be doing all this extra shit. Just wash your hands and wipe it down. Just that's it. Simple. The way I can't stand water now be on the ground. Water will be all on the counter. Water will be on the mirror. It's just no.
There is no reason why you are admiring yourself when you are brushing your teeth, and then most of all opening your mouth, and then it's just splashing on the mirror.
There should be no. People, if I go to your house and you have toothpaste residue on your mirror, you are dirty. Because there is no reason why you should have toothpaste residue on your mirror.
It's in a lot of mirrors. I bet you
it is. And the fact that y'all don't take the time to wipe your mirrors down it's very scary.
It be the girls. Excuse the dirty mirror, and you're doing a TikTok video.
It do be the girls. Excuse the dirty mirrors. I'm telling you, you can tell a person is clean or not. A dirty bathroom. When you go into that toilet and you see the little thing in the corner and it's dirty, that's how you know somebody's bathroom is not clean.
Yeah, that thing that the water goes like the ring around it, like it is orange. Or
if there's a ring around, that's why. Remember when I used to tell y'all, before I sit on anybody's toilet, I wiped it down.
I'd be like, bruv, what the heck, man? Like, come on, dog. Or,
anyways,
or if for some reason, like hair starts popping out of your the draining thing, like little particles of it, because it has been accumulating for so long, and you've not taken the time to remove, all the accumulation from in there. It's just like, fam, do you know what is breathing down there right now? Like,
that's nasty.
You should at least try to open that thing once a quarter and remove water, especially if you shave, in the shower or you shave on your sink, things like that. So, just saying.
Wipe your microwaves down.
Yeah, that's another one.
Do not. If you have a food warmer cover, if there is so much food accumulated on that food warmer thing,
what's too
I'm
much?
just not going to warm my food.
Accumulating it. That thing washed once a day. That thing should be even washed once a day.
After every use. What are you talking about once a day?
I'm just saying minimum once a day. Like,
no, because you are using the beans residue to heat up spaghetti.
Yes. I've seen that before.
And between your meals, it's sitting there at room temperature. Absolutely not.
I've seen that before. I've seen literally like
it goes in the sink with the plate that you just ate and wash, and you put it back in there.
For all that, I'm better off just using a napkin.
After every use. Absolutely not.
Please check your expiration date, y'all.
That's true.
Crying out loud, please.
That's very much true.
I beg.
Be serving us old ass motherfucking shit, please.
Yeah. And then
that's true.
Pages that you open, and instead to when you open the fridge, you have to see light. It's like they say, God said, "Let there be light, let there be light." Like we open the fridge, you want to see light. There's some people's fridge that shit has been in there for so long, the lights in there became dark. You open the fridge, it's dark. It's like, fam, empty out your fridge. Anyways, she said, let's.
I think next episode we'll just talk about key things you shouldn't do at people's house. If I offer you a drink, you need to finish that damn drink. Don't come and be wasting my damn drinks. Or take your drink with you. If I give you a water bottle, take your water bottle with you.
I was about to say, now that's logical. Take it with you. Say finish. Then what if I don't have space in my stomach?
Take it with you. Don't keep it here. I don't want to hear.
Okay, what if I empty out the container in the sink and then put it in the container in trash?
Whose food are you wasting? Like, you know how much is grocery?
Water.
Why are you pouring my water out in the grocery? You're gonna take it with you. You can pour it outside where I don't see you, but you. I
just feel like that's in front of the person.
Rude.
People do dive in their drinks, go and pour it down. Come on. Now, if it's a party, it's one thing. You can't follow everybody.
That's why he's quiet. Hey, can you do that?
No.
Hey, God.
I'm chief at it, man. Like, I was just sitting there like, what you want to eat? No. You sure? No. What are you going to eat? Okay. I just said no, but okay, fine. You put it, I take my 2 bites I can. I cannot finish it. I cannot finish it. What do you want me to do?
That's why I don't. You have one chance. Are you hungry? I have this. No, you think if you think that we insist that you answer the second time, you will go back hungry. One time, are you hungry? I have this. Would you care for some? No. End of the story. We'll watch TV.
First of all, I'm not the type of person that you will have to even sit there and ask me if I'm hungry, because when I come in, I'm already.
I get you fit.
Bro, like, you got something to eat in this place? Matter of fact, I'm even standing next to your fridge. Matter of fact, I would try my possible best. Like, Lord knows, I would try my possible best not to open your fridge. But I'll stand next to it though. Like, I'll stand right there like this. Like, yo, I'm hungry, man. Like, what's up? Hoping that you open it. And if you waste time, God knows I'm opening that shit and I'm looking through it. I'm like,
can I tell a story about you?
Sure, go ahead.
Get into my house. What you like? Man, I've been trying to behave. I tried 5 minutes. Why you got it? It's like, what's that? I didn't want it to look like out the door. I just came straight from the door and I want to eat. I wanted to pretend a little. I wanted to pretend a little bit.
Hey, man, I was trying to ask
you. I wanted to tell him I was at the fridge watching that. Why are you trying to pretend?
I don't know about people pretending, man. If I'm hungry, I'm hungry. If I gotta eat, I gotta eat. And then too, if I gotta use the bathroom, I gotta use the bathroom. I don't know what people be shy about on this outside. Like, if I go to somebody's house and I say there's a bathroom, do me a favor and just turn on music. Matter of fact, no, do yourself a favor and turn on music, because
that's when they do too much is because their bathroom is not clean.
Huh?
If they're like, if you say you gotta go to the bathroom and they like try to rush to go to the bathroom before you, that means their bathroom probably is not clean.
Oh, nah. I mean, you could rush and go and tidy your bathroom, no problem. But I'm saying that.
But you know you're having company. Why are you not ready?
Facts. Or why is your bathroom never just clean? I mean,
sometimes I'll give you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I let go, but if I know somebody is coming, you go and clean. Even if I'm not cleaning, I just at least make sure that
tidy up.
It looks tidy enough for somebody to use. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna sit here and lie down. My shit is A1 January to December. I've been in funk sometimes, turned around, even recognize my house. So at least you know someone's coming. Put some effort.
Yeah. How you guys feel about people not making up their beds?
I could care less. It's inconsequential. Really matter. Apart from aesthetics.
Yeah, it don't really.
You cannot make it.
I can't. If I, you know, how you be wanting the functionality on this Zoom thing. If I could have a turn off, like delete functionality on Instagram or all these things, like these women who be taking pictures in front of a mirror and their beds are not made up. Just delete the picture. Erase it. Like, what is that? Why? Yeah.
Do you make your bed every day?
Oh, definitely has to be.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, I could already hear a slap from the back of my head from my dad. I could feel it. You know. I guess it's military training. You know, but
that's a trauma response. But go ahead. We can call it military training.
Yeah. I could just feel it, man. No, but I just, you know, I don't know. If the bed is not made up, cannot sleep in it. If that makes sense. I would rather just pass on the couch than sleep in it. So I don't know. It's just.
That's fair. I mean, a good bed always makes the room look put together, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fault somebody for not making their bed. I'm more worried about when was the last time you washed them sheets. In fact, let's go.
Anyways, man, thank you guys for hanging out with us. If you made it this far, you're a real one. I appreciate you. But why not? Why would you make it this far? It was a good conversation, if you ask me. Share your thoughts, like it, comment, subscribe if you haven't. We're also looking for questions, topics to discuss as well. Please feel free to share with us. If you have a story you want to share with the folks out there as well, like the one we had on.
Is it autism you're looking for?
Autism episode. That's what I'm looking for. Autism, feel free. Please let us know. We'll love to have this conversation. So come on, share your story, share your journey, with the folks out there. There's probably somebody out there who learned from your story, a thing or two. So please, let's keep this conversations going. And I'm Uncle AK, Tutu over there, T over there. We outie.
Bye.